What better source than the source that comes from your very own government? Huh? Before I get into this, when people tell me to post my sources, I don't even think they know who I am. They ain't been following me long. They don't even know I be posting CIA documents. They don't even know I be posting references in books. They don't know I be pulling up genealogy records and all this. They don't know your boy. They don't know your boy. They don't know your boy now one bit. I ain't got no problem with posting references and sources. The question is, are you gonna double check my sources and read it for yourself? That's the thing. It ain't about me to post your sources. Are you gonna research the sources that I post, or you just want to say something just so you can have something to say? Because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people just be like, man, post your sources and shit. They ain't never gonna go back. They ain't gonna read it. They ain't gonna download it. They ain't even gonna flip past the introduction to see what's about it. They ain't gonna do none of that. They just want to have something to say. They just want to see if you gonna have a source, because most times when people troll like that, they troll people who don't got no source and they just be talking out their ass. But then when they run across some real steppers of knowledge and we post everything, Nick, what kind of source you want? What you want? Pictures? You want autobiographies? You want CIA documents? What you want? Genealogy records? You want to talk to my grandmama? You want to what sources do you want? You want first-hand accounts? You know what I'm saying? We keep them on deck. Shout out my spiritual tribe who be stepping with the information and knowledge. You feel me? Because we keep them resources on deck. And then when we pull out all these resources on their ass, that Stockholm syndrome kick in. You're reading from the white man's books. So now it's the white man's books. Now it's the white man's information. Now, y'all just trying to find something. First, you wanted me to post the resources. Then when I post the resources and shit, now all of a sudden it's the white man's resources. Then if I post a black person, it's Afrocentric. Then if I post a Mexican, they're gonna be like, don't know too much about that. Like, nigga, y'all don't want no sources. Y'all don't want no. Y'all want the government to come out on Fox News to tell y'all, look, y'all, we've been lying to y'all and we hide and we hid your history. This is who y'all really are. Woo. And y'all waiting on that. It's like waiting on Jesus. Because you ain't never gonna see it. You feel me? You ain't gonna see it. And I'm gonna be real, man. If this was back in Malcolm X days and Martin Luther King days, and if this was back in all these days, back when, you know what I'm saying, man, if it was back in these days, bro, a lot of you niggas wouldn't make it. Y'all niggas wouldn't dare ask Malcolm X to post his resources. Post your resources, Malcolm X. He'll cuss y'all the fuck out. You feel me? Y'all wouldn't dare ask Martin Luther King to post his sources. You know what I'm saying? Come on. But now when you get to the new generation, the new age of information, y'all want all the youngsters to post your information. Like black leaders stopped being born a long time ago. Man, hell no. Black leaders are still being born. And I'm using the word black for layman's terms for those who haven't caught on to what we be talking about right here. Shout out all my newbies. Shout out to everybody who hit that follow button and starting to subscribe to y'all, boy. I see y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But these folks ain't... Come on, man. We do this shit, bro. Because we got a passion for this. Ain't nobody waking up talking about some, man, they whitewashed history and they buried everything underground in the Titanic Empire and the Greys came and spliced everybody else and we're in the dome and play. Ain't nobody waking up with no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody waking up just out the blue like, oh my shit, I'm gonna post this video that I never seen about, but I know the name all of a sudden because I dreamed about it and I hope everybody, ain't nobody doing that. Niggas is really out here reading, dog. And I know it's far-fetched because society brainwashed people to think that black folks don't read or black folks can't read and they just illiterate and they don't know. They can barely speak English good, so them folks slow. Oh, and don't be from the South like me from Georgia, Florida. But them folks gonna think you slow anyway because you from the South. Oh, them boys is from the South. You know they slow down though. Boy, the South is some of the most intelligent people because shit happened down there first. So we most definitely got first-hand accounts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better pay attention to us in the South who dropping gems. Because a lot of information came from family. And we just doing the research that backs up the shit that we've been told. You know what I'm saying? It's facts. You know what I'm saying? Man, we can show y'all where to get the information. But it's on y'all to actually take this quote-unquote smart device that you look up anything else You know, y'all niggas be looking at women twerking. Women be looking at hair and on Amazon trying to figure out what they gonna shop. And, you know, y'all be having these phones be doing everything other than the Freedom of Information Act. You got the Freedom of Information now. They did that when the Age of Awakening hit. They released the Freedom of Information Act because they can't hide this shit no more. It's been going on too long. So a lot of declassified information is out there now. All you gotta do is go get it. Go get it. Being ignorant is a choice. And it's the most expensive thing on the face of this earth because you will pay for your life. Our people been paying for their life for generations because of ignorance. You feel me? Next rant, 30 minutes. Let me catch up in the comments and we're going to get to it. Go ahead and roll it, stuff it, or whatever you got to do. All right. I ain't going to go too far up the comments, so forgive me if I missed y'all. What's happening, D? Glad you could tap in. What's happening, Miss Mac? I seen you. Glad you could tap in. You feel me? Angel Ward, what's happening? You didn't know you had diamonds in Africa till the white man found them. Shit. You got diamonds here in America, and people don't even know that. Everything that's in Africa is over here, too. A lot of people don't know that shit. For real. Pacified people. Yup. Okay. Tell us about the federal government. No electricity in Africa. That's a lie. The haters are real, most definitely. Alright. Alright, let's get into it. So if everybody so to all my newbies who don't understand when I do this right here is a whitewash series. I'm bringing to you historical figures that we was taught in school who were blah moon, but turns out that it's not the case. And it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings to figure out that 90% of the historical people that they've been teaching you in history has been whitewashed. No different than what they did in Egypt walls. No different than what they did over there in Europe and the paintings and shit like that. Why y'all think America would be any different? So yes, and I'm talking about prominent figures. I'm talking about Robert E. Lee. I'm talking about Alexander Hamilton. We already know about Abraham Lincoln. We already know about George Washington. For those who don't know about George Washington, we already didn't drop the jewel that George Washington comes from French Huguenot blood. And Huguenots are Moors, so y'all put 2 and 2 together to get 4. You feel me? So, and a lot of them is like that. You know, Thomas Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? Man, you can go on for days about a whole lot of shit, you know. And another gem, too, before we get started is a lot of people don't understand that before the 1600s, probably way after then too. I'm gonna give it to about like late the 1700s. The term white was a status, and it wasn't no race. It was a status, and it was a status held by European descent. Now, European do not mean white. Woodrow Wilson, Melville Herskovitz, Charles Darwin, Frank Boas, and others, Margaret Sanger, and all them people, they brainwashed everybody during the Reconstruction period. I'm telling y'all some real shit now. This is why us melanated people, when you do your genealogy, you stumble across some people that got white on their genealogy. Them folks not really white. That was their status. Because when you go down, they own land. It'll say white, own land, farmers. But it was a status. And most of us melanated people, if you got Irish descent or some type of European descent, your ancestors most definitely went down as white because of European descent. And if people would actually read and decolonize their mind, go get a census, go look at the term white, go look at the definition. It says European descent. That does not mean white. I'm telling y'all, this was the whole, boy, look, Anglo-Saxons was busy. Germanic tribe, they was busy. Yes. Because look, man, European do not mean white. Just like how black do not mean Africa. Notice that the world is so big, but they boxed y'all in to only Europe and Africa. Notice they boxed y'all in to Europe and Africa. If you're white, you're European. If you're black, you're African. That's it. Nothing else. Continue on. So what the hell is all these black Irish with green eyes in Jamaica who got sent there? What the fuck are them? What is this book called Euro Chaldeans that talk about the Aboriginal Irishmen and the Pygmies and shit like that? What is that? What's up with the Cheddar men that y'all done found who are swarthy? You know what I'm saying? What's up with Benjamin Franklin, one of the greatest and most respected forefathers in Blanc Moon supremacy community? He even said that all of the Europeans and Swedish and Germans and Spaniards and Portuguese and Irish were swarthy, dark complexion people. The Anglos are the only minority, or the Saxons are the only minority pure white people on the face of this earth. This is Benjamin Franklin's. You can find his own words in Benjamin Franklin's conclusion. I just gave you the book. Go download it. Go read it. This is his own words. He said that the only pure white race are Saxons. Saxons come from Germany. They are Germanic tribes from the Caucasus Mountains. And that don't necessarily means white either. But the Saxons he talking about are white. It's what he talking about. But when you talking about Anglo-Saxons, those are tribes. It's made up of 3 to 4 tribes. Come together, you get Anglo-Saxons. The Anglos, on the other case, were swarthy, Germanic tribe. The Saxons were white, Germanic tribe. You know what I'm saying? And it's another tribe, but the Jutes, I'll let y'all figure out the Jutes. So now, you got to decolonize y'all mind with this. Whitewash series, Congressional Record, volume 114, part 7. You can find this at government.information. You can find this PDF at government.information. Congressional Record, coming straight from Congress themselves. You see the seal? This is them themselves. This ain't no hateful ideology. This is the government in their writings. So now, I gotta put that disclaimer out there. I don't need nobody talking about what he said. I ain't say shit. I'm just reading. And I'm putting 2 together to get 4. You see what the Congressional Records Volume 114, Part 7 says. Real quick. Let's see what it says. Hold on. Alright. We talking about Robert E. Lee. We talking about Robert E. Lee. Alright, here we go. Check it out. If you get this PDF, this is page 8,728. All right. Now, Richard's descent. Richard is his pops. You feel me? All right. So now, except that of Washington himself, such Lees as Richard, Henry, Arthur, Thomas, William, Francis, and Lightfoot were men of station, ability, wealth, and integrity. 2 were signers of the Declaration of Independence. The list of members of Congress, governors of Virginia, and other holders of public office was endless. Young Robert E. Lee grew up in the midst of this tradition. Robert E. Lee decided on a military career at a very early age. In fact, at a young boy, he decided he would go to West Point. He finally ended up there when he was 18 in 1825. When he entered West Point, we talking about military. Military is very, very accurate when they describe some damn body. So don't play with me. So he's in the military, West Point. He decided he would go to West Point. He finally ended up there when he was 18 in 1825. When he entered West Point, he had brown hair, a dark complexion, and gray eyes. We're going to stop right there at dark complexion because I don't need people talking about, well, you know, there's white people with tans. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. Stop playing with us. Dark complexion of a person having brown or black skin. And since we know there's nobody on the face of the earth with literal black skin, we're talking about brown and dark brown skin. Okay, dark complexion. Stop playing with us. You feel me? Let's get back to the readings. Dark complexion, alright. Dark complexion, alright. Okay. And okay, somebody lying here. Either this damn picture, this is probably fabricated, because I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. Hold on, let me put my phone back up because I want y'all to see me when I say this. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret that I figured out about this Reconstruction era. These folks used to get homeless white folks, dress their ass up, and take pictures of them. Whitewash. Because a lot of people forget the camera was invented in a lot of these people's days. Like when y'all go research people in Robert E. Lee's time, you probably gonna get some pictures and you gonna get some paintings. Like where the fuck are the pictures at? You gonna get paintings. But this is the same time frame when the fucking camera was invented. So if there's one picture of one person, there should be many pictures of every fucking body there of the fucking army, right? Alright, so now, check this out. Check this out. Now, we're talking about the military. The military is very accurate on how they describe some damn body. My nigga said dark complexion, brown hair, and gray eyes. He sounded like Abraham Lincoln because Abraham Lincoln described himself in his own words as dark complexion with gray eyes. Now, we're going to keep reading real quick, and I want people to pay attention to his father's name because the gem is in the readings. And these are books and records that they used to try to kill us for trying to read shit like this back in them times. See, they kind of don't care right now because the indoctrination is so far that the Stockholm and the cognitive dissonance is gonna kick in, and they gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna fight for the matrix and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying, but back then when like in his time when they was trying to write this shit up, niggas was like, bruh, that nigga ain't Robert E. Lee, nigga. Who the fuck is this nigga right here? Nigga, Robert E. Lee it's this dark complexion man. Do you know who his father is? Oh, y'all don't know who his father is? Let me show y'all who. Well, I can't show you his father because there's a lot of pictures of certain people that's hidden for this reason here, because it's Reconstruction. What have I always told y'all? We were the first Republicans. We had the Confederate flag. The Confederate flag was a sign of rebellion. Now, all through history, who was rebelling? You got the Gullah Wars. That's a rebellion. You got the Seminole Wars. That's a rebellion. You got the Iroquois Wars. Rebellion. You got the Algonquin Wars. Rebellion. You got the Cherokee Wars. Rebellion. You got the Yamasee with the Moors Wars. Rebellion. I can keep going. There's over 100 rebellions. You got the Haiti Revolution. If you want to take it overseas, rebellion. You got the Republic of Congo. Rebellion. That's how you become a republic. You become republic or republican when you get your independence. You feel me? Your sovereignty. You become a republic. Hence why we were Republicans and we were for the people. They lied to you when it was like, oh, black people got the right to vote in the 50s and 60s and shit. No. You always had the right to vote because this is your land. And for those who's not from this land, who got exiled from Spain, peep game, man. You always can vote. How in the hell you think that you had all these colored people in early 1800s holding office? Who's voting for these colored people? Come on. All right. So when they reconstructed everything, Woodrow Wilson, he hid everything. Woodrow Wilson had hell of power. That's why I say he's part of that family. He's part of that bloodline. Because the amount of power he had power with the Smithsonian. He had power with the Vatican. He had power to write his own version of history books and get that shit published in school, and our kids is still reading from that shit today. No different than why we're still calling ourselves black and Negro and white, and like we're stuck in Jim Crow era, which is what they want to do because they transported your mind to keep you stuck. Transport for the new ones means spellbound. So That's the little etymology for you that you don't know. Transport means spellbound. You feel me? So they transported your mind. See, here's the thing. Here's the trick when you talk about history. When you go to school and they teach history to young kids with a vivid imagination, kids can transport themselves into what the fuck they're reading. And we've been transported. If you've been to school, you've been transported. And you've been stuck in Jim Crow era for the fucking longest, man. They did that shit to you. They kept you in the Reconstruction era for the longest, to the point that you don't remember nothing else past the 1900s. They don't teach you nothing else past 1900s. Then once you get past the 1900s, they skip over the 1800s and they drop your ass off in 1619 Jamestown, Virginia, talking about you was a slave fresh off the boat from Africa, you and 12 million other fucking black folk. And all the white people came from Europe and all the dark-skinned people came from Africa, and they left it at that, which was highly indoctrination, and that's highly untrue. And Benjamin Franklin says that that ain't true. We talking about Benjamin Franklin. He said that wasn't true. He on $100 bill. He said that ain't true. He spent hella time in England. He know that ain't true. He's seeing this shit from first hand. Imagine, this is his time, and he's saying all of Europe and England is swarthy. So that means when he was taking his trips to Europe in his time, they were still swarthy as fuck. And one thing about melanated Europeans, they never called themselves Negroes. They always referred to themselves as white because it was a status. All right, we're going to keep it going. Because Mr. Robert Edward Lee, he got a half brother. Now, if Robert E. Lee is in the congressional records as dark skin, and he have a half brother that I'm about to show y'all, and he is colored, and us in the black community, we know that that's possible to have half brothers with different daddies, different mothers, but y'all still be swarthy. We know that in the black community. All right. He have a half brother too. My thing is this: which one of the parents is swarthy, if not both of them? All right, let's jump. First, I want to finish reading that real. All right, hold on, y'all. We're gonna finish reading that because repetition is the father of learning. You heard me? So now, what did we read now? What did we just read? He would go to West Point. He finally ended up there when he was 18 in 1825. When he entered West Point, he had brown hair, a dark complexion, brown skin or dark brown skin. Fill it in since we know what dark complexion means. And gray eyes. He was 5'10" and weighed 180. Robert E. Lee was the son of, pay attention to his father's name now. And when y'all catch it, put it in the comments and tell me what it sounds like. All right. Robert E. Lee was the son of Henry, in parenthesis, Light Horse Harry. Light Horse Harry. I don't know too many Europeans who got a name like that. Henry, Light Horse Harry Lee, a Revolutionary War renown. It was he who coined the patriotic phrase with reference to Washington. First in war, first in peace, first in the hearts of this country of men. For all his renown in the military, Light Horse Harry led a rather prolific life. He spent 2 fortunes. He spent one inherited from his own parents. Oh shit. And then he spent the fortune from his second wife, Ann Carter. Ann Carter's father had to set up a trust for the 4 children of Light Horse Harry Lee and Ann Carter to keep Light Horse from spending every single nickel he left to his daughter. I like that. Alright, catch up in the comments before I flip it. What y'all talking about real quick? Y'all forgive me, I'm still trying to stuff this cone. Everybody done got their stuff to roll. All my cannabis out there. Got y'all stuff rolled? Y'all good? Y'all like the information so far? Can I keep going in? Should I go any deeper? Y'all let me know. Go ahead and select that screen, get the likes up, get the algorithm jumping, because you know how TikTok obviously be doing your boy talking about some hateful ideology, but we just reading books. We just reading books from the government. Government.information.org or government.information.com is where you can find everything we reading. So if what I'm reading is bad, then y'all need to go straight to your government and Congress and ask them what the fuck is going on. Because this dude is on live reading y'all books and y'all papers and saying shit from y'all words and y'all records. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I am just a messenger. And I hope y'all receiving this message. Shout out to all my OGs and in-betweens and all my newbies, man. Real talk. Alright. Let me catch back up. Man, growing up, I had so many questions about our history. I'm so happy we all now woke, man, most definitely. I love it. It's a great time to be alive. Righteous, you already know. White meant pure back then. There you go. It's a status. Truth revealed. Most definitely, Miss Mac. My grandfather was into this. I was just too young. Yeah. We out here. The older generation knew about all this. What about your family teaching you your history? I have always said we all did not come from Africa. Most definitely, we all most definitely did not come from Africa. I'm gonna tell y'all like this now. When they say that the Europeans came here, the first Europeans came here was melanated. So your first pilgrims, your first Puritans, your first conversos, your first new Christians, your first Catholics, your first rebels of the European stock, of the undesirables. You feel me? And then they put this blah moon supremacy and doctrine inside your head to the fact that when you hear European, you automatically think white. So now, when they tell you, African Americans are mixed with European, y'all got about like 13-25% of European in you, you automatically think, yeah, man, we are mixed with white. But no, sir. You got to remember who ran into the American Indians first. The melanated Europeans. Sephardic Jews, the Moors, the Irish. You know what I'm saying? Melanated Europeans ran into the American Indians. And they intermarried. And they had kids. They had offspring, and those descendants had offspring and became part of the tribe and everything like that. So my thing is like this. If you got a melanated European and you got a copper-colored American Indian and they produce an offspring, what would they look like today? What would they sound like today? Shout out to all my Creole people. What would they sound like today? Wouldn't they speak a form of broken English? Slang? African American vernacular English, as they call it. Pete Gang, shout out all my Creole people. You know what I'm saying? Where are these descendants? Who are these descendants? Where are they? They don't talk about no melanated Europeans at all. They got them hidden. And it's a reason why they don't talk about the melanated European, but they want to put all black people in Africa though. Because we talking about blah moon imperialism. Imperialism. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. And to all my blah moon people, for those who don't understand what I'm saying, blah moon is Haitian Creole for white people. But to all my blah moon people, your kids is being indoctrinated as well. If your kid go to public school and you're sitting next, and your kid sitting next to a melanated boy or girl inside that classroom, they both are receiving blah moon imperialism indoctrination. They're both being indoctrinated to hate each other. Because what have we always told? Kids don't care about skin tone. They just want to play, right?
And they be like, well, it's taught at home from the parents. Parents work 8 hours a day. Some parents work 12 hours a day. Parents rarely teaching their kids anything. School, TV is raising the kids. So they all being indoctrinated. Telling melanated people their history do not make Black Moon people history any less than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to sit here in front, man. Some Black Moon people did have some great civilizations because they rocked with your boys back in the day. They used to rock with us hard back in the day. So they also had great civilization. And if they would teach the real history, it would bring about unity between us and Black Moon and Latino people, because we always been united before Woodrow Wilson and Jim Crow and Melville Herskovich and Frank Boas and Charles Darwin and Margaret Sanger and Walter Plecker and Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois, before all these people came into play for control opposition and counterintelligence program. To counter the intelligence of the population had to once be intelligent in the first place to see through the bullshit. We getting somewhere now, right? Let's get to Robert E. Lee, half brother. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the Chicago Tribune, June 20th, June 20th, 1880, Chicago Tribune. When you pull it up, fourth column. Zoomed in. Hold on. Hold on. All right, here it is. Zoom in. Let's read. Alfred Lee is Robert E. Lee's half brother. And Alfred Lee, the wealthy colored man who lately died in Georgetown, D.C., was a half brother of General Robert E. Lee, the leader of the rebel armies and president of Washington's College, Virginia College. Alfred Lee, the wealthy colored man. We talking about 1800s, wealthy colored man. But they told you we was poor and fresh out of slavery and we couldn't find work. And, we ate watermelon and sat on our asses all day and we were just lazy and we couldn't read and we was illiterate and. Oh yeah, shout out to the Democrat Party, because the Democrat Party is the reason why you believe in false history. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. Shout out to Lyndon B. Johnson. Shit, y'all already know what it is. Alright. Repetition is the father of learning. Alfred Lee, a wealthy colored man, half brother of Robert E. Lee. You feel me? The real pyramids are called mounds today. And underground in the United States, America is Egypt. They underground most definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and interject real quick. Just a little gem. Egyptians was never called Egyptians in the first place, because Egypt and Egyptian are Greek terms, which means that word period came from the Romans and Greek and Greece and shit, who are also melanated. Yes, they were swarthy ancient Romans. These Greek Romans called that place Egypt after they conquered it. Come on, man. Not all skin folk is your kin folk. We ain't about to sit here and act like 100% of melanated people is good and shit like that. We'll be a motherfucking fool. I've been fucked over by melanated people as well as Blau Moon people and Latino. I've been fucked over by a nice little bit of race. This is why I don't see color. I see real and fake now. This is the whole reason why I'm telling people decolonize your mind and decolorism your mind. Because the same game is being played on everybody. And it ain't just Blau Moon people who's playing this game on you. It's people that look like you and me out here playing this game. Latino people is people that look like you who's playing the same game of indoctrination on you. It's the same shit, man. But that's for another live, because we talking about whitewashing history real quick. But you get Egypt from the Greek and Romans. When they conquered it, they called it Egypt. Julius Caesar, they call him Nero Julius Caesar. Nero etymology means black person. Don't believe me? Hop up off the live. Go do your research. I'm confident in everything that I said because everybody who hopped off the live did their research. They came back was like, yeah, that shit, yeah. Nero means black person or black people. So Nero Julius Caesar. Put two and two together. Then you talking about Alexander the Great and, you know, the Flavius royal family. They most likely, they always melanated. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's that colorism is bullshit. And how do I know Nero? And another thing, how do I know Nero means black? Because it's so close to Negro. I don't believe in coincidences. All right, let's get back to what we talking about, though. Got another article. Hold on, what's this? Oh, no, hold on. Not yet. Oh, shit, that bitch choked. I can't see it on my end. Hopefully y'all can see it. But this is another article that talks about Alfred Lee. You know, and like I said, you're not gonna find no pictures of this dude. Like everybody, a lot of melanated people and melanated Europeans and shit like that, from early times, from late 17 to shit all the way to now. They hid them people. You not gonna find no pictures, no painting, no nothing of these people. But you can find all these articles and all these books and shit that's written by these prominent and wealthy people who's related to people like Robert E. Lee and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can find them talking about them, but you can't find no picture of these folk. You feel me? And then when you do find a picture, the picture don't match what the fuck these historical records describe these people. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody tell me, well, the picture is right and the words is wrong. But how? When that newly picture is freshly painted. But this book been around though. This is first-hand accounts. This is first-hand accounts from people who knew these people, who seen these people, who rocked with these people, who was in the army with these folk. Like, this is first-hand account, bro. Ain't nobody, man, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot find no picture of these folks. And when you do, the picture, everybody's so good at pointing out CGI and Photoshop technology, but y'all can't look at no damn 1800 picture and figure it out that shit's fake. It's CGI and it's bullshit, and you can tell they altered it and all that type of shit, man. Just really look at that shit, man. You can tell they really altered that stuff. Okay, James Chambers. Alright. Alright. Dang, hold on. Why I do that? I hate when it do it like that.
Alright. I'm gonna catch up in the comments real quick.
His dad was Indian. Hey, that's what it sound like to me, Light Horse. Lord, were we all slaves? What did mothers and fathers teach their children? Down those books in school. He was from this land. Bless up, bro. I appreciate you for this, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, dog. Real talk. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Melungeons. Hey, who said that? Jules? Hey, Melungeons. Yes. There you go. There you go. Melungeons. Him and Abraham Lincoln. Quakers, Melungeons, Protestants, Puritans, Huguenots. They all pretty much the same. Damn near. Just thinking about how it is supposed that blacks are everywhere than transportation by sail is, yup. The Chaldeans, basically a universal thing. They stole our land rights. Most definitely, D. What's happening, bit dog? Key Jays, Key Charles, Key Stewart, yup. Shit. Internet teacher said, "Oh Lord, you lost, kid. You lost because you don't want to read." So humans will always rewrite, erasing history. I need the real history to be taught in schools. Real history, public obsession. Real history is not going to be taught in schools because that's not what schools there for. Public schools, it's literally in indoctrination camps. They're put there to dumb down, to literally dumb down the population. That's the only job of schools, is to dumb down the population. That's it. That's it. That's the whole reason why. You can thank the Rothschilds for that one. She don't know who she talking to. Lost in all these old books and CIA documents. One reason we weren't allowed to read or write. Yeah. Because back then, man, we would figure out that we had everything in the beginning. Blacks have always been here with us Native Americans. That's the truth. Most definitely, Big Chief, 10K. You know, and the blacks that he's talking about are, you know, your Israelites, your Moors, your Sephardic Jews and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it goes deep, man. Like, melanated people has always been here. And what a lot of, let me state this too, and what a lot of people don't understand, this is why I say that we are stuck in colonial times in the mindset, because when we say that melanated people always been here with the American Indians and Native Americans and stuff like that, people get mad, but it's facts. So now, those melanated people, whether it was melanated Europeans, melanated Scots, or whatever the case may be, they it's facts that they intermarried. Some tribes stayed to themselves, some tribes intermarried. And they had kids of the offspring. And those kids just kept on, you know, and like, I mean, they part of the tribe and shit now. So, you know, so now those kids, let's say you got a Moor and an American Indian. Let's say a Navajo. Let's say you got a Moor and a Navajo. They have a kid. The kid will be what? Okay, so now you say that kid, let's say that kid get old enough. He's still amongst the tribe in American Indians or whatever. He gets old enough. He start dating. He falls in love with a full-blood American Indian girl. He's only half. She's full-blood. They have a kid. What's the blood quantum of that? See, people want to pull out these blood quantums and DNA tests and shit like that. None of that can tell you how much blood quantum is inside you. Don't nobody know that shit. You inherited 23 chromosomes from both parents. Damn the blood. We talking about DNA and genetics. Everybody talking about we'll take a blood test. Damn the blood. We talking about DNA and genetics. Some shit that technology it haven't made it there yet. You know what I'm saying? It's facts. So even back then when they was dropping the one drop blood rule, shout out to Walter Plecker and his racial reclassification act and stuff like that. You know, the one drop rule that everybody is still indoctrinated in. That's why I say we still stuck in colonial times, because people still going by the one drop rule, which don't even make sense. Because how can you tell my blood quantum by the color of my skin? That shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make sense. And I have questioned everything my whole life. You gotta be a skeptic. Let me catch up in the comments, but y'all down here going, hey, hold on, boy. D got everybody. What you said, D? He said, damn, a lot of people dropped from the line. Shit, they weren't supposed to be here. Had to pause it real quick. WD-40 on deck. I'm dead. Yup, they most definitely said they need a nation of workers. K-12. Brainwashing kids as early as pre-K, yup. Mm-hmm. That's why we did homeschool, most definitely. I got you, Neo Zero. Mm-hmm. A lot of people attach these lies to their family members, and it becomes more than dissonance. Yeah, most definitely. Take a screenshot of the document and use the screenshot on live. It holds the margins out. Yeah. OPO check back in. I'm saying Empower Gen. Alright, let's get back to it. They jumping out when they saw D putting the ice. Hey man, look. Hey, those who's here supposed to be here and get the message. So shout out to all the new folks who still tuning in, who still tapped in, most definitely. Right, there's no new sin under the sun, most definitely. So real quick, Chambers. We're gonna talk about who Chambers is, but Chambers is the said James R. Chambers, a light weary, gray-headed little man with gray chin beard and a brown complexion. They were specific with this one. They said brown complexion. They ain't say dark, but brown complexion. They were very specific, right? All right, we talking about brown complexion. Hey, look, hey, I'm just reading congressional documents, y'all. I'm just reading congressional documents, and I'm just going to the pictures, and shit's not adding up. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't adding up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can see why they use black and white camera. You know what I'm saying? I can see why they would use that. But at the same time, though, shit ain't adding up with this dude picture. And I'm going to show y'all something else, though. I'm going to show y'all something else real quick. There's multiple pictures of James R. Chambers, so I guess they don't know. I guess they don't know they own. Come on, man. I guess they don't know what the fuck this dude look like, or these was probably like, actors, because the world is a stage and you have to pick an actor. And like I said, during the Reconstruction period, they start hiring people to play certain people because they killed the original people. Hence all the lynchings and burnings that went on. Most of the lynchings and burnings that went on, they was targeting specific people. They was targeting specific Republicans and specific Confederate generals. That they was targeting specific people, and anybody who was in that vicinity got it too. So this is why you don't see a lot of the pictures of these original people. A lot of them is inside the Smithsonian and the Vatican's locked up, the original pictures. A lot of them is inside the DC, locked up. These folks know who these folks is. You gotta know this shit in order to be inside that position of puppethood. You know what I'm saying? But, like, bruh, what the fuck do James R. Chambers look like, man? You know, I mean, shit. You can see at the bottom they tried to throw a beard on him to match the dude at the top without the beard. And then, okay, you got the dude at the bottom left and dude at the top left and top right. But then you got this dude right here on this side, though. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But it ain't adding up because they said brown complexion. So it don't matter which one of these pictures is him, quote unquote. Ain't no brown complexion on here. Now I can see if there was like light complexion, fair complexion, or white passing, or something of the such, biracial, mulatto, or something like that. They said brown complexion. Forget everything else. In 200 years, they will have Matthew McConaughey play as Dee's Truth. Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold on. Oh man, hold on, dog. I wasn't ready for that one. Pal. Hey. Okay, look, check this out though. Like in the future, if they just so happen to make a movie, Hollywood movie about conspiracy theories, so y'all come to TikTok Hollywood. If it's gonna be a white boy, at least make it like one of these cool ass white boys, like old dude who played in that shit. What's that nigga name? Like Remember the Titans or some shit. Like you can get that white boy song. You know what I'm saying? Like pick a cool nigga, like somebody like Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? I take Shia LaBeouf. You can go and throw some locks on Shia LaBeouf because his hair a little woolly now. Shia LaBeouf got a little, he might got a little Sephardic Jew more in him. He got that woolly hair. And he smoke weed. And he listen to rap music. I'm just saying, bro. My nigga, he got a little rhythm to him. Shia LaBeouf might be one of our people. You feel me? You can go and throw some locks in my nigga. Call that nigga Signs for the Conscious Mind. But, don't have no low budget person playing me, though. Oh, Conor McGuire. McGregor is opium. I'm dead. Oh, shit. Sound like Caesar Borgia portrait for White Jesus Imposter. Yup, most definitely. Those are supposed to be critical sources, though. James is a shapeshifter, confirmed. Hey, I could go for that, though. I'm dead. Dude said Jake is low, so I'm dead, bro. Y'all playing different nose bridges. Yup. But, and I always say actors because when you look at these bills and stuff that they always make, they always have the word act in it, like the Integral Act or the Equality Act or, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, you know what I'm saying, and the act is like some shit that you do on a role in a play and stuff like that. They say the